Students, in the previous video lecture, we have discussed about kinematic graphs and displacement time graph we have learned. And three different cases of displacement time graph we have discussed in the previous video. And today we will be learning velocity time graphs. Velocity, or you can even take speed on the y-axis. And x-axis, it is always common, time. So velocity time graph or VT graphs we are going to discuss today. And in that we have case 1 where VT graph is straight line parallel to time axis. So parallel to x-axis, actually you need to take here, but no problem with that because x-axis we are taking time. Now this is the graph, VT graph. Velocity is taken on y-axis and it is in meter per second. Time is taken on x-axis and it is in second. And VT graph is a straight line parallel to time axis. This is case 1 graph. Right? Now what is the information you are getting from this graph? See, check it up at any particular time. If you observe at any particular time, velocity of the body is maintained constant. Say for example, this value is 4 meter per second. Velocity of the body is 4 meter per second at any particular time. Any time you can check it. It is 4 at 1 second, 4 at 2 second, 4 at 3 second, 4 at 5 second, any time. So what does it represent? Velocity is constant at any time. Velocity is constant at any time. If velocity is constant at any time, that means V is equal to constant. V is equal to constant, what does it mean? Motion is uniform. Motion is uniform. If motion is uniform, what about delta V? Delta V is equal to 0. Is it not? Final velocity minus initial velocity. 4 minus 4 becomes 0. Delta V is equal to 0. Change in velocity is 0. That is, change in velocity is equal to 0. If change in velocity is equal to 0, what does it mean? We know that acceleration is delta V divided by delta T. Delta V is equal to 0. Therefore, acceleration is also equal to 0. Body is moving with constant velocity and it is uniform motion. Right? That is information which you are getting from this graph. So VT graph, if it is a straight line parallel to time axis, it means that body is moving with uniform velocity and motion is uniform motion. And remember that this graph is identical to case 2. Case 2 of ST graph. This graph is identical to case 2 of ST graph. Check it up. What is case 2 graph of ST? This is displacement is in meter, time is in second. What is case 2 of ST graph? This is straight line passing through the origin. This is case 2 of ST graph, right? And in this also, you are getting A is equal to 0 and V is equal to constant and delta V is equal to 0, right? Whatever the information you are getting from case 2 of ST graph, same information you will be getting here also, right? So this is very important conclusion you should understand. Next, you can calculate slope M for this graph, right? So slope M is equal to delta Y divided by delta X. That means Y component divided by X component. If you take any 2 points on Y axis and any 2 points on the X axis, like on the graph, you need to take those 2 points. So delta y by delta x, m is equal to delta y, what you are considering? Velocity, and delta x, it is time, right? What is velocity by time? It is nothing but acceleration. It is acceleration, right? Therefore, slope of VT graph gives acceleration. Remember this point. Slope of VT graph gives you acceleration, that is 6 point. And seventh one, it is, you can calculate area also. If you calculate area, see, check it up, this becomes one rectangle, is it not? This is one rectangle, it is length into breadth. So if you calculate area, it is length into breadth, right? Because it is rectangle. You are taking time on x-axis, that means length, it is identical to time, because on the x-axis it is time. So therefore, area, if you calculate, length is time into breadth is velocity, right? So area is equal to delta t into, what is delta v? Delta s divided by delta t. Delta t gets cancelled. So if those two gets cancelled, what is left over here? Delta s is left over. So area is equal to delta s. What is delta s? Delta s is change in the position of the body. That means displacement of the body you can calculate using area. So area of VT graph gives displacement of body. Area of ST graph gives you displacement of the body. Slope of area of VT graph gives you displacement of the body, and slope of VT graph gives you acceleration of the body. In case 1, we have learned VT graph is a straight line passing through parallel to time axis. Now it is case 2. VT graph is straight line passing through origin. Passing through origin. So in this graph, you are choosing velocity meter per second on y-axis, time in second on x-axis. Now the graph is VT graph passing through the origin. This is graph. Now you can take any particular time interval. Check it up, equal intervals of time and equal intervals of velocities has been changed. See these points clearly, they are coinciding. Okay, at 1 second velocity is 1 meter per second, second 2, third second 3, fourth second 4, fifth second 5. So like that, velocities are being changed equally in equal intervals of time. That is the conclusion from this graph. So I can write conclusion number 1. What you are getting conclusion? Equal change in velocity in equal intervals of time. Equal change in velocity in equal intervals of time. This is the conclusion which you are getting. Now coming to the second one. Equal change in velocity in equal intervals of time. That means delta V divided by delta T is equal to constant. What is delta V by delta T? This is nothing but A. So acceleration is uniform. Acceleration is uniform. This is second information you are getting from this graph. And coming to the third one, see here velocity is not constant. V is not constant. V is not constant, but A is constant. If V is constant, V is constant, it is uniform motion. But here V is not constant, right? So if V is not constant, what does it mean? Body is in non-uniform motion. Body is in non-uniform motion, but moving with uniform acceleration. Remember that. Body is moving with uniform motion, non-uniform motion, but it is moving with uniform acceleration. Acceleration is constant, but body is non-uniform motion. So remember that only if velocity is constant, it is uniform. If velocity is not constant, definitely it becomes non-uniform motion. And this non-uniform motion is in such a way, acceleration is constant for this. Okay, that is case 3. Sorry, third information. And fourth information, you can calculate slope, right? So if you calculate slope, what do you get? It is delta V divided by delta T. Delta V by delta T is equal to constant. So slope is constant, mean acceleration is constant, right? Delta V by delta T, this is equal to A. So what you are able to learn, slope of VT graph gives acceleration. That is one more thing you should remember. And fifth one is area. If you calculate area of VT graph gives change in displacement. Same thing you will be getting here also. How much displacement body has covered, you can calculate that using VT graph if you find out area, right? And here slope is constant, therefore acceleration is constant. And remember that if you calculate area is area of this triangle. If you calculate area of this triangle OAB, then you will be getting total displacement covered within this body. That is about velocity time graph case 2. And remember that this is 6th point and this is 7. This graph is identical to case 3 of ST graph. Case 3 of ST graph gives you the same information. Velocity is undergoing change. You may get positive velocity, you may get acceleration positive or negative, that depends upon the slope. So here case 3 of ST graph is identical to case 2 of VT graph. Velocity time graph is curved, that is case 3, which we are going to learn. Now in this, if it is curved, we have again 2 possible cases. Okay, if it is curved, we have 2 possible cases. Case 1, it is that slope can be increased. Slope can be increased. And case B is that slope can be decreased. Slope can be either increased or slope can be either decreased. If you plot graph, you will get like this. Slope, increase in the slope can be seen. This is velocity in meter per second and time in second. Slope is increased. So increase in the slope, if you plot, you will be getting graph like this. This is increase in the slope. And coming to case B, if you plot graph here, time is in second, velocity is in meter per second, And if you plot graph here, you will be getting decrease in the slope, and that will be like this. See, both graphs are not same. Both graphs are not equal. They are different. Here in this first case, slope increases. For this graph, slope is increasing. And in the second case, slope is decreasing. In this case, slope is decreasing. What is the slope? Slope is m, which is equal to delta v divided by delta t. As it is decreasing, it is less than 1. Similarly, here slope is increasing. That means you will be getting a positive value. M is greater than 1. So it is positive. This is positive. Here you will be getting negative. Slope is decreasing. It means that negative slope. Right? So you'll be getting a negative value over here in the second case. Right? Now, what are the informations you are getting from these graphs? We will learn now. First information which you are getting from these graphs is, in both the cases, velocity is changing unequally in equal intervals of time. Unequal changes in velocity in equal intervals of time. Unequal changes in velocity in equal intervals of time. This is first thing which you are learning. And second point which you are learning is, when there is unequal changes in velocity in equal intervals of time, what does it mean? Delta v by delta t is not equal to constant. If delta v by delta t is not equal to constant, acceleration is not equal to constant. Right? Acceleration is not constant and velocity is not constant. Change in velocity, delta v also not equal to constant. Right? So this is the information which you are getting, right? And one more important thing is, here from these graphs itself, you can tell you that body is moving with non-uniform acceleration. Body is moving with non-uniform acceleration. It is non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion. Okay. Right. In the first case, slope is increasing, right? If m is positive, what does it mean? If m is positive, it represents that body is accelerating. If m is positive, it means that body is accelerating. Acceleration is also positive, right? And if m is negative, what does it mean? Body is decelerating. Body is decelerating, or you can even call it as retardation. Retardation, it is negative, right? So that is how you can get the information of velocity and as well as acceleration from this particular graph. And don't forget that it is VT graph. Slope, if you calculate, you will get acceleration. Area, if you calculate, you will be getting change in the displacement. Area, if you calculate, you will get displacement. Slope, if you calculate, you will be getting acceleration. But here slope is not constant. Slope can be either positive or negative. That means slope, if it is positive, it means that body is accelerating. If slope is negative, it means that body is decelerating. Velocity decreases with respect to time. That is the information you are getting from this particular case 3 of VT graph. Now coming to case A of acceleration time graph. AT graph is a straight line parallel to time axis. From this graph, you can clearly tell acceleration of body is constant. Right? Acceleration of body is constant. At any time, there is same acceleration. That is first information you are getting from here. A is constant. So if acceleration is constant, body moves with uniform acceleration. Body moves with uniform acceleration, but non-uniform motion. Remember that this is non-uniform motion. Here velocity is not constant. Non-uniform motion. And remember here, acceleration is positive, right? A is positive. If acceleration is positive, it means that velocity increases. That is change in velocity, or velocity increases with respect to time. So delta v by delta t, it is positive. Acceleration is positive. It means that velocity increases with respect to time. And this is non-uniform motion, but acceleration is uniform. This is the information you are getting from this. And see here, we have slope. If you calculate, slope is equal to delta A divided by delta t. Okay. What is delta A? Change in acceleration with respect to time. Change in acceleration with respect to time. Is there any physical quantity with delta A by delta t? No such physical quantities. No such physical quantity exists in kinematics. No such physical quantity exists in kinematics. Therefore, slope of AT graph gives nothing. No physical quantity you will be getting if you calculate slope. That is one important thing you should understand. Okay, this is 5. And 6th one is that you can calculate area of the graph. Okay, so area of the graph, in order to calculate, this is rectangle, right? So area is equal to, along x-axis what do you have? Time difference, delta t. Along y-axis what do you have? Acceleration, that is delta A, acceleration A into delta t. This is equal to delta t, and A can be written as delta V divided by delta t. Delta t gets cancelled. So if you calculate area, what you are getting? Delta V. Therefore, area of AT graph gives change in velocity. So area of AT graph gives us the information change in velocity. Remember that, change in velocity. And as this, in this case, A is positive, acceleration is positive value, like it may be 2, 3, any value. So therefore, delta V is also positive. Change in velocity is positive. That means final velocity will be greater than that of the initial velocity, right? So this is the information which you will be collected, which you can get from AT graph if it is a straight line, passing a straight line parallel to the time axis. We are dealing with acceleration time graph, and that is case 1, which case 2, that is straight line passing through the origin. From this graph, it is clearly mentioned that with respect to time, acceleration is changing. At 0 second, it is 0 acceleration. First second acceleration is 1. Second acceleration is 2. Like that, acceleration is increasing with respect to time. So a is not equal to constant, it is variable. If acceleration is not constant, then it is called as non-uniform acceleration. If body is moving with non-uniform acceleration, it means that it is non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion. So it is non-uniform motion and also non-uniform acceleration. And fourth point which you can learn here is acceleration is variable with respect to time. That is equal change in acceleration, equal change in acceleration in equal intervals of time. Only this is the information you are getting from this. Of course, you can tell that it is non-uniform motion and these all things you can tell. But here we don't have any use with slope. If there is any use with slope, then you can get lot of information. But here it is useless. Slope gives nothing. Nothing. And area, if you calculate, area gives change in velocity. Area gives change in velocity. So as acceleration is increasing with respect to time, it means that velocity is also increasing with respect to time. Area gives you change in velocity and slope gives nothing. So that is case 2, AT graph. Only one thing you can tell from here is, only one extra point you can tell from here is equal changes in acceleration in equal intervals of time. Only this is the extra point which you are learning from this graph over than case 2. Sorry, case 1. Okay. So only one extra point you are learning here than that of case 1. And remaining all points which we have discussed, these all are learnt in case 1 also. So only one difference is this point and the other one is non-uniform acceleration. In case 1 you are learning that it is uniform acceleration. Here it is non-uniform acceleration. So whenever body is moving with non-uniform acceleration, what you should do? Equations of motion. Equations of motion are not valid. Equations of motion are not valid here. That means we cannot use V is equal to U plus AT. S is equal to UT plus half AT square. And V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. These equations cannot be used in this particular case. Then which form do they take? We can use integration and differentiation, or we can use these equations. V is equal to U plus A into T1 minus T0. This is valid. And S1 minus S0 is equal to UT plus half AT square. This we have derived, right? V square minus U square is equal to 2 into A into S minus S2 minus S1. So these are equations valid for non-uniform acceleration also. These are valid for non-uniform acceleration also. So this is the information which you can collect from AT graph is a straight line passing through the horizon. So students, in the third case, AT graph is curved. We have two types of graphs possible with slope increase and slope decrease. Okay. In the first case here, slope increases. And here slope decrease. Okay. But however, if you are calculating slope of AT graph gives no information. Slope of AT graph gives you no physical quantity in kinematics. Therefore, even though slope is constant, even though slope is variable, you will not get any physical quantity from that particular slope. Okay. Only the things which you can learn from these graphs is non-uniform motion, non-uniform acceleration. Non-uniform motion and non-uniform acceleration. Change in acceleration is variable with respect to time. That means unequal changes in acceleration in equal intervals of time. Unequal changes of acceleration in equal intervals of time. So this is the information which you can collect from AT graph. Mostly these type of graphs you could not see in kinematics in your intermediate standard level.